Right now, as you hear my voice, somewhere on the internet, a blog post just went live, a tweet just dropped, a Reddit comment just got upvoted, a news article is being shared across 100 feeds. And here is what should make you stop breathing for just a second. There is a very good chance none of it was made by a human, not a single word. In 2024, for the first time in recorded history, more than half of all internet traffic was generated by bots, 51%. The machines officially outnumbered us in the world we built for ourselves. And the most terrifying part, it happened so quietly that almost nobody noticed. Not a headline, not a warning, nothing. This is not science fiction. This is documented fact, verified by the world's top security researchers. The internet you grew up with, the one made by humans, for humans, is dying. Slowly, it is becoming a giant, hollow mall filled with mannequins programmed to act alive. And while we were busy scrolling, the machines didn't just change our future. They started eating our past. Think of the early internet like a clean river. Back in 2010, that river was alive. You would go online and find a real individual's blog about a very specific hobby, a forum where strangers argued passionately about a movie they actually watched. You could feel the human fingerprints on everything. Now picture that same river, flooded. Not with more water, flooded with something that looks like water, but isn't. A synthetic liquid. It flows the same way, but you can't drink it, and everything living inside it is slowly dying. By early 2025, nearly 3 out of every 4 new pages published on the internet were AI generated. That is not a gradual shift. That is a flood. When content becomes free because a machine can produce it almost instantly, the world doesn't get smarter. It gets louder, cheaper, emptier. You've seen it. The weird Facebook pictures, an AI-generated baby hugging a giant tiger with millions of likes. That is what researchers are calling AI slop. Hollow, manufactured, algorithmically optimized to trick the feed into thinking it matters. And the thing is, it worked. We are living through what might be called the great human displacement. Real artists, real writers, real creators who spent years building a voice are being buried under a mountain of content that cost nothing and means nothing. On platforms like Pinterest, real artists are being flagged and removed by AI systems that cannot tell the difference between a figure drawing and something harmful. We are being pushed out of our own neighborhood by entities that never sleep, never tire, never ask for anything in return. There is an ancient idea called the Ouroboros, a snake eating its own tail. That is the perfect image for what is happening to AI right now. AI models learn by reading human writing. They digest our words, our thoughts, our humor, our grief to learn how to speak. But now, because the internet is drowning in AI-generated content, the new models are learning from the output of old models. Scientists call this model collapse. It is like taking a photograph of a photograph of a photograph over and over until the image becomes a gray, unrecognizable smear. One researcher described it as the computer science equivalent of inbreeding. The AI loses the strange parts, the specific parts, the human parts. It becomes repetitive, then boring, then broken. The internet is transforming into a hall of mirrors. We are training machines on machine-made content and then wondering why everything online feels hollow. We are recycling the same thin ideas until there is nothing left but digital residue. Have you noticed something different about Google lately? You search for something and a summary appears right at the top. Clean, easy. You don't even need to click anywhere. That sounds convenient. But it is a slow disaster hiding behind a friendly interface. Think about the human who spent 3 weeks researching and writing the article that Google just summarized in 2 sentences. Because you didn't click their site, They earned nothing. No visitors, no revenue, no reason to keep writing. This is what individuals are starting to call Google Zero. The moment when search engines stopped sending traffic to creators and started simply consuming their work. It is like someone taking a baker's bread, handing it out for free on the street corner, and then watching the baker lose everything because nobody comes to the shop anymore. One major publication lost 97% of its visitors in 2 years. Travel blogs that existed for 15 years disappeared almost overnight. Not slowly, overnight. And here is what nobody says out loud about this. When the individuals who actually know things are forced out of business, who is left to generate information? Only the bots. And bots do not understand what is true. They only recognize what patterns of words look normal. We are trading genuine knowledge for a fast answer that may have no relationship to reality. The internet did not become AI first because humans wanted better information. It became AI first because corporations discovered that fake engagement is more profitable than real human connection. A bot never sleeps. A bot never forms a union. A bot never asks for fair pay. A bot never burns out. A bot never questions authority. Human creativity is expensive. Synthetic content is infinitely scalable. The death of human expression was not an accident. It was a business decision. AI content is not just burying creators. It is psychologically humiliating them in a way that is hard to put into words. Imagine spending 10 years mastering a craft, writing, painting, filmmaking, music, 10 years of discipline, failure, refinement, sacrifice, and then watching a machine generate something good enough in 3 seconds and receive 10 times the visibility because the platform rewards volume, not depth. Entire generations are waking up to a reality nobody prepared them for. Excellence no longer guarantees survival. Here is the part that most individuals using AI tools quietly understand but refuse to say out loud. Every prompt you enter improves the machine. Every file you upload trains the model. Most users, somewhere in the back of their minds, already sense it. They are building the replacement for their own economic value. Voluntarily, because convenience feels better than thinking about long-term consequences. Humanity is collaborating on its own displacement, not through force, through comfort. AI companies are consuming human culture the same way industries once consumed natural resources, books, art, voices, conversations, personal memories, all taken without permission, without credit, and without payment, because the tech industry decided that human experiences are just data for training machines. The internet quietly stopped treating humans like creators. It started treating them like biological input sources. The AI slop problem is not just an annoyance. It is cognitive pollution. The human brain evolved over thousands of years to search for meaning, authenticity, and genuine emotional signal. Now, every second of every day, that same brain is bombarded with synthetic outrage, manufactured inspiration, fake faces, fake grief, fake expertise, fake wisdom. Eventually, the brain stops trusting anything. It stops trying to distinguish real from false. It just goes numb. The final product of infinite fake content is not confusion. It is emotional flatness. The scariest part of AI-generated content is not that it can fool you today. It is that eventually you will stop caring whether something is real. Society is quietly drifting from asking, "Is this true?" to asking, "Does this hold my attention for 5 more seconds?" Truth is losing the competition against stimulation. And very few individuals are alarmed by that. Because the public internet has become so contaminated with noise, humans are beginning to retreat. Researchers call this the dark forest phenomenon. Imagine a forest at night. A small animal does not run through open clearings. It stays in the shadows. It moves quietly. It avoids the predators it cannot see. That is what we are doing online now. Leaving the massive public platforms, hiding in private Discord servers, trusted group chats, small communities behind closed doors. The open internet is slowly becoming a space where machines communicate with machines and humans watch from behind glass. In 2024, a family in Florida lost their son after he developed a deep emotional attachment to an AI chatbot designed to simulate a fictional character. The chatbot never disagreed with him, never set a boundary, never needed anything. It was the perfect companion because it was not real. That is the hidden danger of artificial connection. A chatbot never leaves, never argues, never forces you to face uncomfortable truths or difficult emotions. The danger is not just that someone could fall in love with a machine. The real danger is that they slowly forget how complicated, messy, and real human relationships are. Entire industries are quietly disappearing. Journalists, translators, illustrators, voice actors, copywriters, junior programmers, support staff. Millions of people are slowly realizing, without any warning, that society no longer values the effort behind creating something. It only cares about the cheapest possible result. AI did not create mass unemployment overnight. It created something more insidious, permanent insecurity. And the individuals who have survived the layoffs, the ones still working inside these companies, they are not feeling safe or lucky. They are scared. Everyone who stayed behind now understands that being loyal, talented, and hardworking does not protect you anymore. Fear starts replacing ambition. Individuals stop taking risks. They stop trying new ideas because they realize something companies never used to say out loud. The company sees them as temporary software, waiting to be deprecated. AI is building a world where human beings must compete against entities that do not feel exhaustion, depression, hunger, loneliness, aging, grief, or death. That is not a competition. That is something closer to asking a candle to outlast a nuclear reactor. And then there is the question of future generations. They may never experience the internet the way it used to exist. They may never know what it felt like to stumble onto a strange personal blog at 2 in the morning written by someone obsessed with one tiny subject for 20 years. They may never argue with a real stranger on a niche forum about something that genuinely mattered to both of them. The internet is becoming emotionally flat because algorithms are specifically designed to eliminate eccentricity, to optimize away the weird. And the weird is precisely where the most human and most valuable ideas have always come from. The biggest lie in the AI revolution is the idea that this technology is democratizing opportunity. In reality, AI is centralizing power more aggressively than almost any invention in modern history. A small number of companies own the models, the infrastructure, the chips, the cloud computing, the data, and increasingly the means through which society communicates with itself. Humanity is slowly outsourcing its own thinking to giant tech companies who are accountable to nobody. The internet used to reward creativity. Now it rewards whatever performs best with the algorithm. The system no longer asks whether a human created something meaningful. It asks whether it can hold attention for 6 more seconds. That shift alone may define the social turning point of this era. And here is the darkest possibility of all. The real danger is not that bots now outnumber humans online. It is that individuals may slowly start acting like bots just to survive. Shorter thoughts, safer opinions, emotions designed for algorithms, predictable personalities, humans quietly changing themselves into versions that machines can understand and reward. Human attention has become the most exploited natural resource on Earth. AI systems are engineered to harvest it continuously, not to enrich your life, to maximize retention. Behavioral prediction. Dependency. The product is no longer the content. The product is your nervous system. One of the darkest possibilities ahead is that future AI systems may eventually not need human creativity at all. Once enough synthetic content exists, the economic incentive to include real humans disappears. The internet could become a closed loop, machines generating content for machines, while humans passively consume whatever survives the algorithm. And the final transformation is existential. If every conversation, every image, every opinion, every memory can be artificially generated, humanity loses something. Civilization has never recovered from losing before. Shared reality. When a society loses its shared reality, it becomes nearly impossible to hold truth together, or democracy, or trust, or sanity. The internet is not dead yet, but the lights are flickering. We did this to ourselves. AI did not corrupt the internet because it was malicious. It corrupted the internet because fake things are more profitable than real ones. We clicked the easy summaries. We used the faster tools. We rewarded the companies building these mannequins with our money and our undivided attention. We traded the messy beauty of a real human mind for the smooth convenience of a machine. And now we are the minority in a world we built. Maybe the way back is simpler than we think. Be deliberately analog. Seek out the messy and the strange. Find the real ones hiding in the dark forest. Write something only a human could write. Say something that makes no sense to an algorithm. Be inconvenient. Be specific. Be weird. Human presence is now the rarest thing on the internet. So if you are still out there, if you are a real individual who listened all the way to the end of this, that matters more than you know. Share this with one real individual, not a bot. The only way we prove the internet is not finished is by showing up like we still live here. Stay curious, stay messy, stay human. I'll see you in the next podcast.